Milano, stazione centrale, si va a Roma. We have the legend J. Peter Vari here in Rome at the starting of Italy Divide.
Yeah, good luck.
I'm in Roma, in front of Colosseo, and J. Peter Vari, mountain bike ultramarathon recordman, wishes me good luck. But why? Well, explanation is simple. We are 86 bikers, all gathered to race the Italy Divide, the crossing of Italy in mountain bike in total autonomy, from Roma to Torbole, for 800 kilometers.
And I can't look up.
In the morning, faces are smiling, because in spite of adverse weather forecast and the rain falling overnight, the sun is now shining on us.
Sono qua con Giacomo che ha organizzato tutto.
Ciao a tutti ragazzi!
Way too real. Inside it's raining. It never lets up. I know I'm crazy.
We are freaked, and we make our way through the history and the chaos of Rome, pedaling and hitting red streetlights, until the Italy Divide starts officially. The slow pace let me admire the beauty of Lazio region, with a landscape that's always clean and neat. We advance on secondary roads until the first of roads and small villages.
The hurricane hasn't struck yet. That's the right way to go.
At lunchtime, I rush to gulp down energies in the shape of pizza, but I need to hurry because the sky has turned dark and thunders are roaring all around. Eventually the rain comes, but not much, and just a light one. I follow the Via Francigena in the opposite direction of tens of pilgrims marching on to Rome.
Ciao ciao! Ciao! A lot of pilgrims on their way to Rome. Oh yeah!
I'll put this fire out and stop the burning. Inside it's raining, it never lets up. I know I'm crazy.
In Viterbo I stop for a short break and a big snack. I check weather forecast, but nothing good at the horizon. Rain and wind await me. But like nothing happened, I mount back on my bike and keep following the assigned road.
I know I'm crazy enough to know that
Monte Fiascone, chilometro 128. Mamma mia, che salita!
A steep road, almost vertical, takes us to Monte Fiascone, where a breathtaking view of Bolsena Lake welcomes us. Proceeding downhill and along the lake, we arrive in Bolsena. I drive away from my mind fatigue, cold and rain forecast, and I keep going with the goal to reach Radicofani.
Andiamo al suono di questa canzone qua. Vedo un'amica di Bolsena, ha detto era una iena. Eccolo, eccolo. E noi che devi fotografare. Siamo arrivati, si scusa, ci siamo provati a mangiare. L'ha preso sul letto.
Last night I couldn't sleep. I got up and started.
We proceed in the dark, until energies sustain me. But at 10 p.m. I stop. When I see a refuge for pilgrims in the town of Acqua Pendente, I start thinking, Do I wanna sleep inside and warm, or do I wanna face the unknown rain and cold? After thinking for a few minutes, I decide to stop here for today.
I called this number, a lady answered, and she's coming.
Well, I walk past.
Warm shower, sandwich, and right to bed to recover energies.
And I walk past the businessmen sleeping like babies in their cars.
Next morning, I wake up late, very late, too late. I mount on my bike at 7:30 am, but after a few hundred meters I already stop. Usual all I can eat breakfast and off I go again. I get closer to Radicofani with Sara, met on the road.
I'm uphill on my way to Radicofani.
The road is not steep, but it's hard because of rain and cold wind. The town is rising up the mountain over there, but it never gets closer. It stays always far away, surrounded by clouds like an illusion. Finally, I am in the town, and among its stone little houses I smile. I dash into a bar for lunch, while my bike acts as a support for my clothes soaked in rain and sweat.
There's a pub in front of the church. They made awesome sandwiches. Big, good. Now I started again, but it's foggy and it's cold, so it's gonna be pretty hard today.
The happiness of a nice and comfortable descent is blown out right away, when after a few meters of the first off-road, the bike is covered in mud. I try to stay on the sides, in the grass fields, but I proceed very slowly, and even when I push the bike, my feet slide on the ground. Rain and wind are not helping, for sure, and more than one swear word echoes in the valley. I ride soaked in water and abused by the wind, and in the end I come to Monte Amiata.
Too much mud. Hard to keep going, very hard.
Although I find the same mud situation, I'm in the middle of a beautiful forest with bright colors that somehow cheers me up. Going downhill, I forget cold and struggles, and I'm able to relax because I'm immersed in a pure nature.
Washing GoPro, GPS, gloves.
All day long we keep going at the sound of rain, mud, wind and fordings. But now I'm used to it. I enormously appreciate those few moments when the sun strikes the wonderful landscapes of Valdorcia. Me and Sara, wheel to wheel again, support each other and keep going with undescribable and huge effort. Kilometers never increase. Descending slopes I try to go fast to put kilometers on my GPS. But when you think adversities are over, that's when the worst things happen.
Woo. Very tired. It's raining hard now. There's mud everywhere.
Not only rain, but also the river is attacking us. But it's alright, I'm already soaked. So I am more than happy to have a walk inside the river.
Oh, and it's raining again. Loud on your car like the bullets on tin. Oh, and it's raining again. Open the door and you're pulling me in.
Now a warm shower and a room for the night are mandatory. But in Castelnuovo dell'Abate everything is already fully booked. I don't give up. Keep pedaling toward Montalcino to keep warm.
What? What? What?
Luck comes to my side in the end. First, the sun breaks through the clouds. And then I meet other bikers. Mark, from Germany, seeking for a place for the night, and Sara and Andrea. They guide us to an agriturismo, where they reserve the last room, of course. It's beautiful. It's called Il Cocco, on the top of the hill. And I know that somehow I'll be able to sleep here. The owners are very kind, and they allow us to sleep in a hovel of about 9 square meters, maybe 10, with hot shower too. And squeezing a little bit, we can also have dinner and taste homemade dishes in the restaurant. After dinner, I get back to the 5-star hovel and refreshing sleep catches me soon, warmed up by my sleeping bag, while outside the rain keeps falling.
Take up her glass, swallow it neat.
Ci si veste e si parte.
Wow, no rain today! But wait a minute, where's the ripoff? There it is, the wind. I knew it. Early in the morning, it blows on me like he wants to push me back to Rome. But I'm not afraid, and I keep going.
It's downhill.
Alabama, Arkansas, I do love my mom and pa, not the way that I do love you.
Well, holy moly, Rio by, you're the apple of my eye. Girl, I never loved one like you.
Man, oh man, you're my best friend, I scream it too, there's nothing there.
After Montalcino, I arrive in Buonconvento, where I have second breakfast. Then, together with old friends from Tuscany Trail, we set off for Siena.
Meno male che ho incontrato i miei vecchi fidati compagni di viaggio, Marco e Andrea.
Let me go home, home is where I'm with you.
Sì, sì. Siena, piazza del campo.
After disentangling ourselves from the narrow streets and hundreds of people, we go towards the hills.
So how much is the distance between Siena and Florence? 70 or more?
It's about 100 kilometers.
Oh shit.
It is.
To the park, through the jungle, through the dark.
We find a typical restaurant for lunch break and we eat typical Tuscany dishes. Bread with olive oil, pappa al pomodoro, that's kind of tomato mush, and red meat.
Until we think we're down, barefoot on the summer night.
Hey,
In the streets you run free like it's all
hilly path in front of us is wonderful. We find gradual ascents, a mix of fast and technical descents, and beautiful landscape views. We are excited all day long. Amazing!
Oggi ha fatto un freddo cane, però delle belle salite, delle belle discese sterrate, tecniche, bellissime.
Alexander.
Close to Firenze, climbs are hard, reaching more than 20%, and we proceed in a group while the sun setting is warming us.
Place and I rushed you out to the hospital. You remember that?
Yes, I do.
Well, there's something I never told you about that night.
What did you tell me?
While you were sitting in the back seat smoking a cigarette you thought was going to be your last, I was falling deeply in love with you.
Ho provato a chiamarli, ma la mia voce non riesco a urlare. Poi c'era vento e sono andati dritti. Mi aspetto.
We keep going, up and down around Firenze, but we never get there, so we decide to stop in a bungalow for the night, just before Firenze, where we can enjoy a warm shower and a soft bed.
Quindi si porta la sciacqua se ne andano a prendere.
Grazie. Ma io sono pulitissimo.
After dinner, I feel the exhaustion of the third day, and my sleep is deep and refreshing.
Cross Firenze, and then we face the Appennino until Bologna.
Back on our bikes for the fourth consecutive day. Luckily today the sun is shining, but before getting to Firenze, a couple of steep ramps literally cut my legs. So we need to go into a bar and empty the brioche display case, plus toasts, hot chocolate, coffee, juice, just enough to leave astonished bartenders behind us. In front of us, Firenze is waiting, pretty as always.
I will end up in a mess, fighting with someone who bothered me. Round, round, running round. Round, round, running round. Round.
We hardly get past her, only after passing a long queue of cars. We turn left, set for Appennino, and here the climb begins.
Legs are not spinning. It's so hard. I need to go slow.
When I enter the forest, I need to push my bike over the steepest segments.
Always be in the middle of all that trouble again. When just about to eat my 19 quarter pounder, this crazy guy on roller skates kicked up a fuss.
It's a kind of Via Crucis. No, wait a moment. It's the Via Crucis itself.
Questa è la cosiddetta Via Crucis.
Immersed in a forest of majestic trees leads us to the monastery of Monte Senario, from where we start going up and down across the first Appennino forests. And I must be careful downhill because of the slippery mud.
Heading down a long, long road beneath the pouring rain, hoping that the sun comes out to shine. Just look out for Doug the Roscoe driving you insane.
Pietro a Sieve, we stop for lunch. Waitress gets to know me very fast. After I eat 2.5 desserts and I order takeaway sandwich for 2. Well, that's standard for me. Apennine in front of us is harsh, wild and long. We take on it in the cold and the wind. The path is steep and muddy, and even walking is strenuous. I feel like we'll not make to Bologna tonight, and I'll prepare myself to sleep somewhere under a tree.
It's time to get going. What lies ahead, I have no way to know.
Update from kilometer 445, 800 meters above sea level. It's very hard, but this forest is kind of amazing.
Moving to the airport, she's an honest defector, conscientious objector, now her own protector. Yeah, a broken skyline, which way to love land, which way to something better, which way to forgiveness, which way do I go?
Che mai i piedi scivolano, c'è vento, ho fame, momento di sconforto, è peggio che la Val d'Orcia, perché pensavo che non avrei più incontrato una fatica simile e invece oggi almeno 1000 metri di dislivello a spinta tutti ci sono stati.
The Futa Pass welcomes us with a strong and chill wind, and I'm almost worn out, but we received the information that organization advised to proceed from Futa Pass to Bologna on the road, because the off-road track is impassable and dangerous.
Un po' di caldo.
So we stop in a bar and I recharge my batteries, eating a lot of local biscuits, cantucci.
Grace is growing, it's time to move on, it's time to get going.
And then on the road again. Climbs and wind are following us, but Bologna is getting closer. In my mind, I think more and more to proceed overnight in the big flat ahead. A little problem slows us down, because a phone crossing the street runs over Sara. No consequences, scare apart. I am ready to say hello to my companion, who are going to stop for dinner at night in a hotel when... Is that my chain? Yeah, I'm afraid so. A mechanical slows me down, so I stop for dinner with my friends, and the outburst leaves me.
I broke my chain.
Strong wind in the end persuades me to stay here for the night with the others. Early wake up this morning, very early, and we can pass through Bologna without problems.
Hey pretty baby, are you ready for me? Yeah, it's your good rockin' daddy down from Tennessee. I'm just out of Austin, bound for San Antonio, with the radio blasting and the bird dog on. There's a speed trap up ahead of Selma Town.
From here, it will be all flat to the end. Yesterday evening, we were informed that race direction modified the last part of the trail. Ascent to Mount Baldo has been cancelled because of snow. Too dangerous. Problems begin in the Pianura Padana, where two cataclysms form a coalition against me. Wind and pain in my knees.
C'è troppo vento, non si riesce a pedalare. Got tailwind, stessi.
I ride with difficulty and drag myself to Nonantola, where I stop for an hour.
Svariati chilometri a spinta sulla via degli dei.
At the beginning, I think to quit, and I'm already checking train timetables, when the waiter says, "Go and be victorious." So I keep going. Unfortunately, I lost my friends, forced to a stop to a bike shop to repair a broken spoke. But I found Daniele. We share pain, he has a bad ankle, and painkillers. Stops at bars are frequent, seeking for energies to fight the wind. And I smile when Daniele replies to bartenders' questions, saying he sleeps on benches. He leaves them stunned. Really. The endless riverbank takes us to the Concare Hostel, checkpoint of the race where we are welcomed and satiated.
Ora, siete arrivati.
Ringrazio, ti includo anche te nel video, ringraziamo l'ostello dei Concari per l'ospitalità.
We take Red Bull with us and off we go, as a team, with the goal to arrive at the end.
Tanto non c'è problema, ti aspetto o mi aspetti a Mantova.
In Mantova, we stop for dinner in a wonderful square where we relax in a good restaurant listening to jazz music. A musician sitting next to us, after listening our story, says we are passively infusing a great energy to him, and by reflection, this same energy comes back to us, and we start again on the bank of Mincio River. Despite our pain, we are determined. And on the go, we find our friends back, Andrea and Cencio. They are searching for a place to sleep outside, but few minutes are enough to persuade them to proceed with us. And we start again as a group. Around 1:30 a.m., 4 bikers arrive in Peschiera del Garda. It's us. 56 kilometers to go and nobody proposes to sleep. We put more clothes on, we eat, we close our eyes for a couple of minutes on a bench, and there we are, already parading along Garda Lake towards the end. The coffee taken from an automatic machine at the gas station sustains us for the night. The strategy is perfect. The road, usually packed with cars, is all for us. I feel free and powerful. I know I'm going too far, but I'm under the effects of adrenaline, coffee and Red Bull. I can't help it. I must stop sometimes to ease the pain in my knees that now is like a knife stab. But my friends await for me, and like a mirage, Torbole is closer and closer. Memories becomes blurred, but I clearly remember in my mind the cheers of my companions when I get to the Torbole signpost.
Like the night turns into day, doesn't matter what they say. My will is strong as the mountains high. I feel so tall I can touch the sky.
It's 6 a.m. in the morning and we made it. We are finishers of Italy Divide.
End of Italy Divide 2016.
Shorn of hopes and dreams, I don't buy their foolish schemes.
In my mind now, I have memories of wonderful places, people willing to help, the delight of riding with new and old friends, big struggles, efforts and sufferings, and above all, I learned that with our mind we can outdo all physical limits we believe insuperable.